Midersikes, picking and flipping. Good morning. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Today is also a holiday. It's Juneteenth. Um, Today's going to be a little bit different. First, let's start off by picking some orders. This one is going out to William in Wichita, Kansas. It is Batman the Stone King. It is a audio graphic book. Let's see. All right. Now I keep all, and this is one of those consignment deals. That's the only stuff that's not hers, but everything else is hers. All graphic novels are right here. You guys can probably already see it. There's a Batman, the Stone King. There it is, right here. And they are audiobooks. That one sold right there. All right, the next order is going to Richie in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. It is going to be a cassette tape. It is Van Halen 5150. Let's see if we can find. All right, that would have still been possibly Van Halen Live. Van Halen, there it is. I see it. I just don't want the door to break. Boom. Here we go. Sold. Get that going out to Mr. Richie. Boom. Looks like another consignment deal went out today. It's going to be a DVD. And it's Circus right here. This one right here. I have no idea what that is. But it's got, you guys would know him as Debo. It's Tony Liston. I don't know the other folks. I mean, I probably do. I just can't see them. John, Hannah. Yeah, I don't know who they are. But anyway, Circus sold. And that's going to Tom in Grand Rapids, Michigan. All right. Okay, and our final item is going to Daniel in New York, New York. It is a Diesel shirt that I listed Thursday or Friday of last week. So it should be relatively easy to get. All right. It's actually right there. It's on the top. So I've had friends ask me why NS2. This shelving unit was new when I was labeling, new shelf 2, and I just never got away from it. So it's this pink Diesel shirt. It's got double pockets, and yeah, that's sold. All right, we've got all of our items packed up here. Let me zoom out a little bit. All of our items packed up here. Excuse me. And we are going to print the labels. And then I slap these eBay stickers on the seams. One, it helps hold it together a little bit. Two, it's just a nice little customer service thingy. But yeah, it's good. It lets them, reminds them, oh, that's my item. So here we go. Boop. And you notice I write everybody's name on there when I do a multiple order. I do that one at a time, and I write them on there. It's very easy to know where the labels go after that. I don't have to feel the item and know where I put them. But let me go over what I found. Father's Day. Oh, what'd you guys get for Father's Day? For all you pops out there, I'm going to show you what I got. My wife got me this. It came in the mail Saturday. It is a, what was it, JTE man? J Temin, Chittiman? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably backwards for you. But anyways, your phone sits right up here. Let's get that little doohickey, and it's adjustable. It's got a rubber mat right there, and then the legs are a real thick rubber so it doesn't slide. and it can answer your calls. It's got the power button. Anyways, Bluetooth. It's a speaker. It basically turns your phone into a little mini TV with better sound. That's the big part. Yeah, I know you can get earbuds, but I don't like wearing earbuds. My ears are huge. No. But anyways, that was nice of her. It's going to be coming very, it's going to come in handy, especially if I'm doing stuff on the computer and still want to watch stuff. Or if my kids are in playing the Xbox and I'm watching YouTube for them. I do nothing for them, promise. But I can have a little mini TV myself. It sounds better, so I can set my phone down and listen if it's something like that. But let me show you what I got. So my youngest son and I, we went thrifting together on Father's Day. And so, you know, I had to pick up a few things. Not a lot. These here I actually paid up on. They are a pair of, it's LNG board shorts. They don't typically do extremely well, but if you've ever sold board shorts in your life, you know that this old school type retro, this retro pattern, you know, it's got that whole 80s vibe to it, at least to me, or early 90s. I think that that's going to sell well. Relatively quick. I'll have to get that listed tonight. And then I've got these right here. And the sell-through. Oh, sorry. Oh, the other thing's going. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't let go, Jack. I'll never let go. All right. It is a struggle here. Hold on. I'm going to set you down. You're going to stare up at the ceiling because you love it. I got this pair of shoes. Well, good news is the bag went to the floor before the item toppled out. So, no harm done. Out of shape. Hi, welcome back. Okay, let me show you what I got. All right, so first thing that I was going to show you is the shoes, but I'll show you this since I have it. It's a Panasonic. You got the model KXTG1061. These go for $24 free shipping, so I'll probably list mine for, I don't know, like $18.95, something like that, with paid shipping. I only do calculated shipping. I never do free shipping. I never have. I've never had any issues. I just never do. All right, let's get over here. Okay, the shoes. I know they look like something from a distance, but they're really not. It's faux crocodile or alligator skin. It is from Robert Cellini. It says Robert Cellini status. And these sell, well, I paid $5. These sell for about $24.95 or so. So not a whole lot, but enough to make it worth a buy for $5. And then in here's just a couple more phones. They're the exact same phone, so I'm going to sell them as a lot together. And people ask sometimes, you know, why do old things sell? Well, and the answer that I give is probably not the same answer most of you give. I tell people, well, you know, sometimes people are recording a show, you know, an old TV show, and they're set in the early 90s, and they've got to have props that make it look like the early 90s. But another thing is they literally could just have these as decorations, or some people might just like the vintage look, and they use them. So this is an old AT&T. It's a Merlin. It's not an AT&T brand. I forget the actual name of the brand of phone. I was doing the research. I found it. It says it's an AT&T phone, but what happened back then, especially, is a lot of third-party companies would make them. It's kind of like cell phones nowadays, you know. One company will make the design of the phone, but then every single other company like Samsung and all them will come out with that exact same design. But yeah, so these as a group, I paid $4 a piece. And as a group, they should go for about 30. So not terrible, 8 into 30. But we're going to get that listed tonight. We're going to get the other phone listed. We'll test them. Well, actually, there's no way for me to test them. I can plug them into a phone line, and I suppose they should at least power up, because they don't have DC plugs. They actually get their power from the phone line. So I can at least test to see if they power up. And see these little number things, for those of you that don't know, this is where you'd write your extensions before there was digital screens. And then this button, this is actually pretty advanced to have these type of buttons on this type of phone. This was advanced for its time, but that little piece pops off and you lose it. But there's a piece of paper that slides out right here. You write your extensions on there, and that's the way they know which line. And based on this, it's push button, so they would go transfer, boop, and then probably transfer again, because it's never a cold transfer. It's usually a warm transfer. And if you don't know what the difference of that is, I was in call centers for years. I'm not going to try and fix it one-handed. I will leave it there. I will fix that. That will go back on. So like I said, my background is actually call centers. I was a supervisor slash manager for at least 2 different call centers, and just been in call centers for, well, it was 15 to 20 years, give or take. Yeah, I don't like working the phones, but I better put the shorts over there. I'll forget them. There we go. Today is going to be fun. So it's going to be a time skip for you, but it's going to be quite a bit of a jump in time for me. Well, quite a bit. I'd say an hour and a half or so. But we are going to travel 2 hours away. Bid on an online auction last night. Only spent $61. So, and that's after tax and internet fees and all that stuff. So spent $61. We're taking the wife's car. It's better on gas mileage. We're going to swing through Fremont, Nebraska. We're going to Norfolk, Nebraska. Yeah. But we're going to Norfolk, Nebraska to pick up some stuff. There's a few tools and everything, so definitely going to make my money back. And even there's a couple of tools that we're going to probably end up keeping and still going to make our money back, and I'll show you that stuff when we get it. Nothing exciting. If you think it's going to be super exciting, I am going to apologize right now. But on the way up there, we're going to stop by my favorite thrift store. You may remember from past videos, I got that huge haul with like 2 garbage bags of clothes and stuff. That's where we're going, and I haven't been up there in a long time, so we'll go up there and see what they have. So hopefully, through the magic of the internet and all that fun, fancy stuff, we'll go. Okay, we're back. We are in Fremont. We're about to go into the Fremont Goodwill. You can't really see it very well. Fremont, Nebraska. Let's go ahead and see what we find. Usually I'll find something, at least something here that sells pretty quickly. Okay, so we are out of the Goodwill. Let's see what I got. So I've been picking up every sealed VHS. It has this stamp on the seal, so you know it's good. This is Mr. Holland's Opus with Richard Dreyfuss. Probably not worth a whole ton, but sealed VHS, if somebody doesn't have it in their collection, that'll sell pretty well. And then I picked up this, it's True Nation, but it's red and blue. It's the little teardrop. Reminds me of like little kid Western shirts, just a button-down shirt. Button up, no, down. Button-up shirt. That was everything's $4 except for one shirt in here. So that should comps on that. There are currently 6 listed and 4 sold. So that's a pretty high percentage. So that should sell, and I should be able to get probably about $15 for it. And this is a Wrangler Retro. It's a Western shirt. It's an extra large. It's green with the brown pearls. And at first I saw this fringing, and I thought that it was messed up, but it goes all the way around. It's actually part of the design, and it's a green plaid, so I should be able to get Probably 15, 18 bucks for that guy. And then, oh, I skipped one. This is the only one I paid up for. This was $7. Paid up. That's funny. It is La Loving. I've never heard of the brand. Haven't looked it up yet. I'm sorry, not $6. It's a size large. It's like a denim looking shirt. It's just a button up shirt, but then it's got this neat patriotic graphic on the back. And with 4th of July just around the corner, if I get this listed quick, that might sell. And I haven't looked at comps at that, but we'll see how much we can get. This last one, no, second to last, excuse me, is a flannel. It is Columbia Sportswear, men's large. Again, it was only $4. It is a brown and orange plaid. It does have a pocket. It is not pearl snap, it's a button. So I should be able to get probably anywhere from probably 18 bucks for that one. And then lastly, it's just normally I wouldn't buy this because normally thrift stores in my area have these jacked up like crazy, but it's the old school cotton, the thick cotton Ralph Lauren polos. It's a 3XB, so it's the big size. It was $4. It's got the the white pony, and there's the tag right there. So that I should be able to get, anywhere from 12 to 18. List them high, take offers, that kind of thing. But so on to the next thrift store. Okay, here we are at what is usually my favorite thrift store in Fremont. It is called Thriftology. If you're in the area, I highly suggest you check it out. And we'll see what we get. All right, we're out. I don't want to dig it out because they gave me this cool little, it's probably just a company branded, but it's a little knapsack or whatever that goes on your back. So it was pretty helpful to carry out. I got, to sell, I picked up a Chaps Ralph Lauren polo. It's all red with some blue lining. I mean, it's not going to be much. It was $2, and it'll sell for anywhere from probably 12 to 15, pending. I'll have to look it up. But then I did get a Wexford. You know what? I will pull it out just to show you. My wife collects Wexford glass. If you didn't pick up on that. Oh, and they have a free bin, and so I picked up some school folders for the kiddos because they're going to be starting school in a couple months. But it is a Wexford glass dish, and it's the nut dish. So it's got 3 different things. You could put all sorts of things. You could put like different little hors d'oeuvres in here and stuff like that. But the reason I picked it up is because most Wexford glass that's still around right now doesn't have the metal lining anymore. That tends to fall off, and I mean, it's still usable and stuff without it, but I had found the pitcher with the metal lining on it not too long ago, like the pouring drink pitcher, and the wife saw it and was like, what the heck is that? I was like, that's the way it normally comes, and she didn't even know when she collected stuff. So here's that polo. Since I brought it out, it does have some blue edging, I guess, if you want to call it that, but it is a Ralph Lauren Chaps before Ralph Lauren sold or dropped Chaps, or dropped off Chaps. It was their low end brand, so it's not going to bring a lot, and it's probably going to be a slow seller. But that does not matter because it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's very easy to ship. And it's an extra large, so shouldn't take too long. But next stop is going to be, well, I'm going to grab some lunch because I didn't eat breakfast. And then I am going to head out to Norfolk to get our auction items, and we'll see. There's our destination, Norfolk, Nebraska. See y'all when we get to our first stop, which is going to be their Goodwill. Okay, so it's hot out, but let me show you what I got here at the Norfolk Goodwill. I was actually in there for quite a long time. Now, I've gotten some brands that I've heard of, never picked up myself. like this. Never seen them in Omaha. Untuck it. All these shirts were $5.49, except for one. One was $8. I paid up a little bit, but just when you see the brand, you'll be like, oh, okay. And this is Vineyard Vines. Never found Vineyard Vines. I know it sells because we've watched other YouTubers, and multiple say Vineyard Vines is good. And I've never found Vineyard Vines before. This was an exciting stop. I'm glad I did it. I almost didn't. Once I saw that, and the same price they had on the clothes, they had on the shoes. And there were a couple of pairs in there that I probably could have made some money on, but I haven't been doing shoes too well lately, so I just decided not to. This is the only one I paid up for. It's a flannel. Patagonia. So that'll sell. It's size small, so it might be a little long tail, but it will sell. And this one, $5.49, size large. It's a red sweater, also Patagonia. I mean, I have found a couple Patagonia things here or there. Never two in the same store like that. This is just a nice, almost cream or beige colored Columbia Sportswear polo. So that should go for about 15 or 16 bucks. And then never found this brand before today, and today I found two, both of them 4XL. This is True Nation, and this one's got flamingos. I think the other one had fish on it. And like I said, the comps on that are about 85% sell-through. So pretty sure I paid for the trip just on this Goodwill stop. So that means everything that I'm picking up, and I mean the trip, I mean everything that I'm spending today, the gas, the cash, the food, everything. Pretty sure that stop alone, because I did get a couple other things. I got a 1989 Mattel See and Say. Let's see if it works. I didn't test it in store. I would say it works. And then the final thing I got for sale is this. Let's see. It is a talking Computron. When I looked up comps, it said it's from Sears. It has a place to plug in. They were probably carts, and it was probably a kid's learning device, little computer. I didn't check the batteries to see if they're corroded. They're not. So it's got a battery compartment, so I can turn it on and test it. And it takes C batteries, and I have some C batteries at home. Perfect. And that sucker is from 1986. And these go for about $30 or so in this condition. So as long as it turns on and works, it should be good. And the sell-through is pretty good on these. The last thing I got is not for me to sell. It's actually for my kid. This Eagles plaque. And it's just a little hanging wall pack. I paid $3 for it. But he loves the Eagles. So, and I usually get things for the other kids, not the older one. The older one's usually kind of forgotten because he kind of does his own thing. So I should probably enter the address. I am going to head over to the auction and pick up my stuff. I'll show you what I got there, and then we got a long drive home. All right, just to get the video taken care of, I'm just showing you what I got. I got this regulator. It's an heirloom wall clock. It's battery operated. The back was snapped, just one of the plastic pieces. The clock still works just fine. I should be able to sell it as is for about 25 bucks. And then this lot here was an iron. That ham radio, it is a Hanimex. It's a CB, AM, FM, and then a mixer. So I should be able to sell all those. The radio probably, I don't know, anywhere from 20 to 40, and then the other two probably about 20 bucks each. And then this vintage luggage set, I have not looked into it yet, done the research, but I should be able to make probably a good anywhere from 40 to 200 depending on what brands they are and the desirability. Now this next lot, I'm going to sell the boots. Those two on the left there are rubber, kind of just protective, like waders or work boots. And then the middle set, I think, is definitely a pair of work boots. We're going to sell those, the knee pads I gave to my kid, and the extension cord that we are going to keep. This lot does have a Black & Decker electric stapler and a Black & Decker circular saw. I have not tested these, but the saw did come with some extra blades, and I believe that we are going to keep these as well. And then this final lot here is going to have it's a Makita grinder, and then a jigsaw. I do not remember the brand on it, but again, we're probably going to end up keeping this lot. So didn't do too bad. Probably going to end up profiting a lot on this trip. I did research all of the shirts, and based on what I'm going to list them at, they more than pay for the entire trip, including the gas and everything. So thank you very much for joining me, and you all have a wonderful evening or day. Thank you.